But for the first time in years, people living in Somalia's capital endured a night of gunfire. On Thursday, Somali opposition supporters clashed with security forces in Mogadishu for a second day.
We were sleepless all night because of the sound of the machine gun fire and explosions. You see, I'm exhausted because of it. The fighting has affected us, both children and adults.
I
call on the government and the opposition to have dialogue and agree upon the elections.
Now, the unrest underscores growing political tensions in the country and came amidst plans for an anti-government demonstration on Thursday. Now, all of this has been sparked by constitutional reforms brought in March, meant to set the ground for the country's first direct national elections. But critics of President Hassan Sheikh Mohammed say that they are, in fact, a power grab. Opposition figures had planned to demonstrate against the government on Thursday, but say that security forces attacked residences linked to the country's former PM and president. Gunfire had reportedly died down by Thursday afternoon. Our regional correspondent, Bastien Renouy, breaks down the complexity of the power struggles for us.
This fighting is not an exception. It's more a recurring pattern in Somalia's electoral cycle. Already in 2021, before the last election, fighting broke in Mogadishu. You know, for the past 10 years, the Somalian politicians have been trying to implement a new electoral system, a one-person, one-vote system, which has not happened since 1969. At the moment, the clans, which are the groups that are organizing the society and the politics of Somalia, are in charge of voting for members of parliament, and then these MPs elect the president. But the current president, Hassan Sheikh Mohammed, wants to change that. He wants a one-person, one-vote system, and that's where there is a disagreement between the government and the opposition.
I think the issue about electoral models fundamentally comes down to control. So the government has unveiled this one-person, one-vote model, but it is a model that they've had significant influence over, that they've influenced the design, implementation of, and so those in opposition aren't comfortable with that. They feel it gives them a very strong advantage. You know, if you don't get to some sort of compromise, I'm sure we're going to have episodes like this again in the future. So certainly, I think what happens today will impact the future trajectory of elections, you know, where we get them, how we get to them.